mean, we played this team a lot. We obviously had Smitty as our coach here. We know what they're about. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of skating. They added a lot of pieces this summer, so they got a lot more depth, I'd say, skill, and I think they're hungry to come out here and play hard. And I think for us, we know that they're not going to make anything easy. They're going to try and take away a lot of stuff on the rush, making us try and dump and chase and try and get us off our game. So for us, I think it's just being smart with the puck, making sure we're making the right plays, trying to come up as a unit together, and when we do have to get it in, trying to find quick exits to get it to the top or get it to the net and try and set up and control the puck.
A couple of your teammates were asked yesterday about the idea of playing back-to-back in the same city, both at home and on the road. You think that's a good thing in terms of, not having to jump on a plane tonight? You can just go back and rest and regroup and get ready for tomorrow without the travel?
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of new for all of us. Not really used to playing a team back-to-back in any kind of circumstances. So it should be interesting, but it is definitely nice that we don't have to go home and, kind of rush home tonight and then have to play the same team tomorrow in our home building. So it is nice staying here and just getting 2 games done with here in Ottawa and not really having to bring too much stuff to the rink tonight. So I think, again, for us, it's just making sure we're ready to play against this team. It's not going to be easy, but it is nice not having to go home tonight and do the unpack and then have to go to our rink tomorrow.
All right, next up, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Mitch, you know what it's like to come into the league as a top prospect. What do you think it'll be like to go up against Tim Stützle today? Are you curious to see what he's like?
Yeah, I'm very curious. I watched his World Juniors. He's a hell of a player. He's got a lot of skill in him. He works hard. What he did for that German team was pretty impressive. Should be fun to play against him tonight and see what he's got. But, for us, I think it's trying to make it hard on him, trying to take away open space. Obviously, he's very mobile. He's very good at making his own space and creating it and finding people. And for us, it's trying to make sure we're staying tight to him, making it hard on him around the O zone. But it will be fun watching him. He's a very good player, and it should be fun seeing him firsthand here.
Yeah, so as a defenseman, obviously we're involved in box outs around the net a lot. So a lot of the block shots are just pucks that you see coming at you and you try to get in the way of them. On the PK, it's more calculated, I think, because you start to read where the play is going, where if our forward gets beat to the top and then our second forward is running at the guy in the middle, as the right defenseman, that it's your responsibility to flex out on the one-timer. So at that point, it's more anticipation than anything and trying to get out there and get your body in the lane as close to the shot as possible. So there's definitely an art to it, but at times, too, it just hits you and you're like, well, that's great.
If it does hit you and there's pain, do you how much does it hurt, and do you have to hide that pain when it actually does hurt?
Yeah, no, it hurts pretty bad. I ate one of Weber's shots the other night right in the hamstring, and it was actually nice. It was a nice meaty part of my body instead of just being on like my knee or something like that. So that was actually probably the ideal place to take it, but it still didn't feel very good.
I bet it didn't. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Next up, we'll go to Kristen Shilton, TSN. Go ahead, Kristen.
Hey, Justin, now that you and Muzzin are in sort of your second season playing together, where do you feel like you've grown the most in terms of your comfortability as a pairing?
I think just kind of getting to know each other's strengths and what each other does well. I know that he's really good eliminating plays in the corner, finding pop plays on the breakout. So then at that point is my responsibility to be an option on the weak side if it goes up his wall. And conversely, it's the same for him. Whereas I think maybe trying to kill plays early and eliminate guys with my skating would be more what I try to do. But we just play off each other. And the more that we figure out what we do well, I think it helps us. And obviously the chemistry and communicating and playing and just getting the reps together helps everybody in terms of overall smoothness, I guess.
I liked how we worked. I liked how we competed. I liked how we skated. I thought we had some really good structure, leaving the offensive zone. We know we allowed Montreal to get in behind us too many times, a couple of times at even strength, a couple of times on the penalty kill. We can't give up those type of clean looks at our net for sure. I thought aside from that, I think when you look at you know, any odd man rushes, 3-on-2s, those kind of things. That's been a focus for us to minimize or eliminate those types of rushes against. I thought we did a tremendous job of that throughout the game. That's something we're going to need to continue. And then obviously, we know and we've talked about the fact that we can't give up the free looks, the breakaways and stuff like that. That has to get out of our game here quickly. But I thought a lot of the other structured pieces were good, and the mindset of our team was good, and obviously we were resilient throughout the game. So that was really positive to see. Coming into today's game, it's great as it is to be resilient. It's not a great strategy to be playing from behind. So we need to make sure we can come out here today against a very energetic and excited young team tonight here in their home opener, and they haven't played yet. They're going to have fresh legs and be jumping and excited to play. We've got to make sure we're ready today to establish things early for ourselves.
Okay, we got time for 2 more. We'll go to Terry Cochet, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Sheldon, just getting back to Kevin's question on the lineup. When you're playing these games as compacted as you are, and you have, again, tomorrow night, do you have ideas in mind for what you might do tomorrow night, changes-wise, or do you go off what happens tonight?
Yeah, we'll take it a day at a time, with everything that we do. We've got no real plans. Obviously, the goaltending, situation is one where Campbell will play tomorrow for us, but that even that as we get going, that's not something that we should assume will be the case all the time in terms of the back-to-backs or how we'll deploy the goaltenders. But it's one day at a time all throughout the season.